Hello and welcome to the Eduleader Speaks series. This is Reshma Ravishankar and I'm a special correspondent with EducationWorld. Today we have with us Professor Dr. H.P. Singh. Professor Dr. H.P. Singh is currently the President and Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University, Jaipur, and has held the post since 2021. He began his professional career as an electrical engineer and officer in the Indian Navy and rose to become a Commodore in the service hierarchy. During his 31-year-long service in the defense, he's held some of the most coveted and challenging appointments, such as the Commander Electrical of the aircraft carrier INS Virat, Commanding Officer of the Strategic Establishment Kalinga, Officer in charge of Technology and Equipment Schools, Director Weapon Equipment, Chief Engineer Electrical, and Principal Director Information Technology and Weapon Equipment at the Integrated Headquarters of the Ministry of Defense, New Delhi. He was also awarded the Chief of Naval Staff Commendation for his performance on board aircraft carrier and the Presidential Award Visisht Seva Medal for his distinguished service to the nation. Welcome, Dr. Singh.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Doctor. So, Dr. Singh, educational institutions have reopened after 2 long years of closure because of the pandemic. And do you think in the days to come, hybrid learning is going to become the new norm?
All right. Yes, we have gone through the pandemic for 2 years, and technology has been a great enabler. We have seen that, at the beginning of the pandemic and just started, there was a huge problem as to how to continue with education. The technology came to our favor, and with passage of time, all the applications got matured, and we could see that the online education could be done satisfactorily. I won't say very well, but it could be done satisfactorily. Now, when you talk about hybrid mode, we have also tried this hybrid mode in ICFAI University, Jaipur. Last year, 2021, when in the month of February, March, where there was a third wave going on, some of the students were coming in and some were online. So that kind of mode we have tried. And I would say that it is possible. It is possible to continue the education with the hybrid mode. And maybe with the UGC giving clearance to a number of universities to go online and offer online courses, so online and offline in parallel, and also the hybrid code, it is possible. But I'm of the firm opinion that the learning at large has not been very effective with the hybrid and online learning. Best is the offline, the learning in the campus. That's the best way of learning, because I've seen in the last 1 year that we have been having these offline classes, the students have really gained a lot. Because the kind of interaction you have, physical interaction you have with the faculties, the kind of camaraderie, the kind of team building you have in the campus, and you are paid attention to, individual attention is given. That thing doesn't happen in hybrid and online learning.
Certainly.
So it is very effective to have offline, and I'm of the firm opinion that the actual learning and effective learning can take place only in offline mode, and that is my opinion. And it's based on my experience. But I would say that hybrid learning is possible.
So, as a fallout of the pandemic, I think one topic that has most been in discussion over the last couple of years is about learning loss. And, you were rightly talking about team building and a couple of other skills that students must essentially garner on campus. Now, soft skills is one aspect that has gone missing over the last couple of years, because students, have been learning through the hybrid mode of education. What are some ways in which you are compensating for this?
Reshma, you're right. The soft skills is one of the very important non-technical skills which are required in any student. The companies coming to our campus for placement and all, they at times come to me and they say that, you still need to train your students on certain aspects of soft, skills and all. So soft skills in the pandemic has really undergone a kind of suffering, because people have not been able to do these soft skills. This is best done in offline mode, because you have the communication skills, the team building skills, the reasoning, the all kind of camaraderie, playing together, understanding each other, in being empathetic. All those things are possible in offline mode. And it is very important that, the soft skills are imparted right from beginning. So Reshma, in our university, ICFAI University, right from semester one, we start training our students on soft skills. So from semester 1 to semester 6, it goes through. Every semester we have a class on soft skills. And by the time they complete, they come to 5th term, 6th term, they are much better off. And I would say that that is why the university, has got impressive placements. We have 100% placement of our MBA students, and with the salary package of about 8.2 lakhs, the average one. They're doing very well because soft skills is one of the important considerations. And we must every university, every institution, we should pay attention to soft skills because they are the value addition to the normal academic learning by the students.
Certainly, certainly. Now, the union budget was announced on February 1st. What are some significant observations you have to make about the announcements that were made, particularly in the field of higher education?
Reshma, the budget is always a very important aspect as far as the education is concerned. Now, you would see that this year they have provided, I would talk about higher education. There are a number of steps taken by the government for education as a whole. That is, the school education. But I would talk about higher education. Higher education, they have made an allotment of about 44,094 crores this year, which is almost 7.9% more than the last year's, budget. So that's a very welcome, kind of step that has been taken by government. And I think it will help the universities and the UGC to implement the National Education Policy 2020, where there was a much need of the funds. And now that the funds have been provided and there is a good hike, I think it will definitely help in implementing this National Education Policy and also other initiatives by UGC and by the universities.
Certainly. Now, while we're already at the topic of NEP 2020, what are some significant challenges you've encountered in terms of its implementation?
The NEP 2020, Reshma, is a very transformative kind of initiative by the government of India. It was a much needed step, and fortunately, it has happened in 2020. It's fantastic kind of initiative by the government of India. We are already in the process of implementing the NEP, and I would like to share it with you that we have opened up a research and development cell (RDC) last year in the university. We have started vocational courses to give impetus to vocational and skill building. We have started a new school of liberal arts where we promote arts and we also give electives to other schools from liberal arts. And now we are in the process of implementing the 4-year undergraduate program with research degree and with all the multi-entry, multi-exit kind of options that are given. That means you have the the certificate after 1 year, diploma after 2 years, normal degree after 3 years, and a research degree after 4 years. That implementation is also in progress. The challenges for implementation are there many, in the sense that you need to prepare. You need to prepare your faculty, you need to prepare your staff, you need to make your students aware, and getting the faculties to understand the importance and their role in implementing the NEP is very, very important. So we are all managing that, and we are very excited about implementing the National Education Policy, and it's going on well.
Okay. Now, yet another thing that the NEP 2020 is going to allow is for foreign universities to come and set up campuses in India. In such a scenario, how can a level playing field be created for Indian universities?
That's a very good question, Reshma. I would also like to share with you that, today, the scenario is that we have very few students coming to our universities from outside. It's about 47,000, 50,000. Whereas about 6 to 7 lakh students are going out to foreign universities because they feel that, those universities are better. So by setting up foreign university campuses in our country, I think it will be a great competition for the existing universities, and the quality of our output, academic output, research output is definitely going to improve with the foreign, the universities setting up their campuses. Well, but there needs to be a level playing field for our universities in order to compete with the foreign universities. For example, in the draft, the policy guideline for the foreign universities, which has been circulated by UGC, and now they've extended the date to 20th of February.
Yes.
It is very clear that they are given, the complete flexibility for, deciding their fees, deciding their admission norms and all. Now, all those things should also be applicable to the Indian university. So whatever are the regulations of Indian universities should be the one for the foreign universities as well, so as to promote the healthy competitions. And definitely thereafter, it would help the country. It would help a lot of students not going out, but studying in our country itself.
Okay, all right. So now the following questions are going to be just one-word questions. One thinker or philosopher that you follow?
Well, it is C.V. Raman, the physicist who got his Nobel Prize in 1930.
Yes. So if you were to describe your leadership style in one word?
A transformative one.
Okay. And one book on education that you recommend everybody picks up?
Well, I have actually not very long back, I had recently read My Idea of Education by Vivekananda.
Okay.
The book is not written by him himself, but the idea is of great Vivekananda. And Reshma will not believe what he is talking about it. Long time back, he died early, 39 years old. But his ideas of education are relevant even today. He's talking about vocational. He's talking about, making your mind stronger, should be able to concentrate, focus. He's against rote learning. That means mugging up and passing examination is not an education. Spiritual education based on religion, which is same for everyone. I mean, it is kind of, spirituality is different from, the other thing. So his idea of education is very relevant even today. So I would recommend all my, colleagues and academic fraternity to go through this book. It's a very short, about 160 pages, but My Idea of Education by Swami Vivekananda is a very good book, and that's what I liked.
All right. So this brings us to the end of the interview. Thank you so much for joining us on Eduleader Speaks, Dr. Singh.
Thank you, Desma. Thank you. Same here. I also enjoyed talking to you.